Hello everybody, today we are going to discuss the Song of the Free by Swami Vivekanand. So, Swami Vivekanand was born in 1863 and died in 1902. So that means he lived only for a short span of 39 years, but even in that short time, he did so much that he became immortal. Yes, of course, the whole world knows him. He was the one who brought India to the forefront of being, or say, being a religious teacher of the world. So he was the one who represented India in the Chicago conference, and that was religious conference, and addressed the world as brothers and sisters, and India was again at the forefront of leading the whole world. So he was a philosopher, he was a thinker, and of course a teacher, a religious teacher as well, I should say. And he did a lot to teach people. He was a reformer as well. So his contributions to the society are countless. His actual name was Narendranath Dutt, and later he was the disciple of Swami Ramakrishna Paramhans. His name was changed to Swami Vivekanand, and now today he is known as Swami Vivekanand all over the world. So he followed the concept, or say the principle, of monotheism. Yes, and monotheism means what? Believing in one God. That is, God is only one. That idea or that belief is called monotheism. Like there are no different gods or several gods, there is only one God, that supreme soul. So that belief is called monotheism, and he was a proponent of that, he was a follower of that, he believed in monotheism. And in this poem he is espousing that belief and that idea, and he is trying to explain or reaffirm his idea by telling us that the soul within us is divine. It has a part of divinity. It had that divinity within it. Means we are actually a part of that supreme soul. We are a part of God. So we should believe in that, and with putting all our faith in the divinity of our soul, we should keep marching, we should keep moving towards our goal until that is achieved. Because whatever problems may come in our life, there might be of course problems. So he is giving us different examples. He has made a very beautiful use of metaphors and personification here in this poem, and through that he is trying to tell us that there may come several problems, that we may go physically weak, that even fate or our destiny may turn against us, and there might be several other problems. The whole nature may become our enemy, our friends may leave us, or say just leave us in the lurch. So even then, if we have faith in that divine soul, in the divinity of our soul, then we can definitely reach our goal. Because he says that the true spirit, the best within us comes out only when we are faced with problems and difficulties. The great people show their best when there are challenges. Just as he gives example of snake and lion and cloud, that they show the best within them or the true nature of them when they are faced with problems and challenges. Similarly, human soul, we show our best only when there are problems before us, there are challenges before us. So yes, we must believe, we must have full faith in that divinity within us, that we are a part of that divine soul, that supreme soul, and we must have that faith within that. So this is what he is trying to tell us in this poem. The poem is not the full poem here, it is an extract taken from that original poem, and is a lyric and rhyme, properly rhymed and in a rhythm, so all musical. So through this musical lyric, the poet is trying to convey his idea of monotheism. So let's see how he is telling us that the wounded snake, its hood unfurls, the flames stirred up doth blaze, the desert air resounds the calls of heart-struck lions rage. So the rhyme, you can see it is A, B, A, B. That rhyme scheme is being followed, and that has further been maintained in the other stanzas. So what he is trying to say, that a snake unfurls or shows its hood, like this, only when it is wounded. Otherwise, snake doesn't come to bite us, or snake doesn't show its fangs or its hood. But when it is wounded, when there is a challenge or threat before it, only then the snake comes out with its hood. It shows its hood. Similarly, what a flame what blazes forth. Okay, it shows its, we can say that horrible look only when the wind troubles it, when the wind blows and it is stirred up. So when it is stirred up by the wind, only then it comes out in that we can say monstrous form, that huge humongous form, only when it is stirred up by the wind. Otherwise it doesn't travel, or it doesn't come out in that horrible form. Similarly, in the desert air, in that we can say in the isolated, or say in that lonely atmosphere, we hear that cry or the roar of lion only when it is struck either by an arrow or by a bullet. Otherwise we don't hear the roar of lion too often. Though a lion roars only when there is some threat or challenge to it, when it is struck by an arrow or a bullet, then that roar, that anger comes out in the form of a roar, that wrath comes out in the form of, that rage comes out in the form of a roar, and the whole atmosphere resounds, it echoes with that roar of the lion, with that call of the lion. So similarly, he gives us more such examples. The cloud puts forth its deluge strength. So deluge strength, that its great strength, that it, when it bursts, it can the whole area, the land can be flooded or inundated. So the poet is trying to say it happens only when lightning cleaves its breast. So here we can say cloud have been personified, even lightning too. So when lightning cleaves its breast, that means when lightning strikes clouds, only then the clouds show that what strength there is in them, that what strength and power they possess, that how they can submerge the whole land and how they can destroy the whole land. So that deluge strength, that super strength comes out only when they are stricken by the lightning. And now when the soul is stirred to its inmost depth, great ones unfold their best. Similarly, as he is giving different examples to us, so he is saying similarly the great ones show their strength only when they have challenges before them, when they are faced with problems, when the soul is stirred to the innermost depth, like to the bottom, to the core, when it is totally stirred up, when it is totally shaken, only then the true people, the great ones, they bring forth the best within them. So yes, of course, when there are challenges and problems, only then the best within us comes out. So the great souls are like that. Only when there is a challenge, the true nature, the true divinity comes out, the true strength comes out. So that's what the poet is trying to say here. And now he is trying to reassure us of the divinity within us, and he is telling us that whatever problems there may be, let that happen. So how he is conveying that idea, let's see. That eyes grow dim and heart grow faint, and friendship fail and love betray. Let fate its 100 horrors send, and clouded darkness block the way. So the poet is trying to tell us, let eyes grow dim. So what say, and heart faint. So you may be physically weak, that your eyesight is getting weaker, or eyes just failing, not say all, you are unable to see, and the heart is going faint, that heart rate is falling, it's weakening, or even what, the friendship fail, that the friends desert you, they leave you in lurch. They were opportunists who, when they saw that you were failing or you were in trouble, so seeing you in trouble, they left you in lurch. So even your friends leave your side in a when you are in a problem. And let fate its 100 horrors send. Even fate is against you. Destiny just comes and stands against you, becomes your enemy, is not supporting you at all, rather just contradicting you, rather like opposing you, and clouded darkness block the. So it's all personification here, like destiny as if having humanly qualities is what sending horrors, and similarly darkness is blocking the way. So the poet is personifying all these things here, and is trying to say that when you are in all types of problems and dangers, like even you are physically weak, your body is leaving you, it's not helping you anyway, is getting weak. Even what your friends leave you in lurch in difficult situation, your fate comes against you, stands against you, contradicts and opposes you, and even what the darkness comes and block your way, that the world seems to be in a darkness, you are in a darkness, and you find no way out, no path is there to be to go on and go forth. So in such a situation, when even all nature, he says, all nature wear an angry frown, again an example of personification. When even nature is against you, it seems like frowning at you, angry at you, and not supporting you, rather getting inimical to you. So when it is so, the situation turns all against, to crush your soul, that everything is bent upon crushing you, trampling you, crumbling you, destroying you. It seems like that. Even you feel disheartened, your soul is like wearing away, you yourself wearing away. So if it is so that everything is crushing you, still know my soul, still know my soul, you are divine. So even in such situations, you must believe, You must believe within, or say in yourself. The soul must know that the soul has divinity, it is divine, it has that particle of divinity within it. It is godly, it is divine, the soul must know. So that part of godliness is there in the soul. So you must understand that and march on and on, nor right nor left, but to the goal. So instead of turning to left or right, you should march on and on and on until the goal is achieved. Because yes, there are problems, and the great souls, yes, the great souls come out of all these situations and they show the real strength of character. They show that divinity when it is so, when the horrors are there, when the challenges are there, when the threats are there. So yes, you believe, you have firm faith in that divinity of the soul, that the soul within us is divine, it is godly, and it has the strength to come out, it has that power to come out of all those problems and horrors and all those threats. We can overcome and surmount all the troubles. So have that firm faith in you, in the strength of your character, in the strength of your soul, in the divinity of your soul, and you should keep on marching, you should move on, and definitely you will find the way out of darkness, will find your path ahead, and definitely you will succeed, you will achieve the goal, you will reach your destination. So you must know that divinity, you must feel and realize that divinity within you. So that is what the poet has to say. So I think it is very much clear. It's a short lyric written in a musical way with a definite rhyme and rhythm, and the poet is espousing the cause of, or espousing the idea of monotheism, and telling us that the soul is divine and we must have firm faith in that. We must have firm faith in God, that God is only one, and we should have faith in that. So that is what the poet is trying to tell us. I hope you might have understood the idea, this poem very well. So I'll come up with more such poems. Till then, keep watching. Thank you.